What's up, Dragon Brew? Today we're going to be playing some Golgari because I haven't done that in a minute. And honestly, it looks like it has answers to everything. So why wouldn't we want to play it? So let's take a look and see what we're working with today. We're going to start with Cecil, the Dark Knight, because this card's just good. Death Touch is really kind of silly on this card, but hey, later on maybe we get a lifelinker. Couple of Tragic Trajectory. I'm not totally sure how I feel about it, but we do have some ways to sack some permanents, so sometimes this is just -10. We do have Llanowar Elves to help with our mana, Deep Cavern Bats to slow the opponent down, and some lifelink, which is nice. Shoot the Sheriff, just as some hard regular removal. Also Strategic Betrayal. Between that and Keen-Eyed Curator, we should be able to deal with graveyard stuff, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. And then we have Mosswood Dread Knight, a card I haven't played with in a while, but it does have Trample, which is nice, and is another way to get some cards. Carseed Revenant comes over the top, gives us some lifelink, Death Touch, makes it hard for your opponent to punch through with some of those life gain decks, which is kind of nice. And then we are playing Sentinel of the Nameless City, so this is a way we could pump up our creatures, but also gives us a map we could sacrifice and help out that Tragic Trajectory, which is actually kind of cool. Playing a couple copies of Elegy Acolyte. This is another way that we can get some damage in to get cards, especially since we have Death Touchers and Flyers, and in some cases opponents may not even want to block those, so that results in more cards for us, which is good. And if we're able to sacrifice those tokens from the Sentinel of the Nameless City, then we also get a 2/2, which is super sweet. And Ouroboros. A couple of these work really great. Again, when you have Death Touchers, when you have Flyers, just annoying creatures, well, once they start getting bigger, your opponent's not going to be able to win very easily, and with Lifelinkers, hopefully we can pull away a little bit. And then just to round things out, we have a couple of Disruptive Stormbrood. This is obviously going to get rid of smaller creatures, but later on gives us a way to get rid of artifacts and enchantments, because we're not playing a lot of those cards. I do think there's probably some room if we want to cut a removal card or two to make room for something like that, but, you know, Heritage Reclamation possibly. But for now, we're going to ride with this. As always, once you get to the end of the video, if you like what you see, we'll have a link in the description. It'll take you over to Moxfield, our channel sponsor, where you can download it and have some fun with it. But also, don't forget that if you want to buy anything, do it over at Tales of Adventure. That's TOAMagic.com. Mostly because you can save 5% if you use my code DRAGN. It'll save you tons of money on whatever you buy. For now, though, let's go see if this Golgari deck really does have answers to everything. Let's keep it. You know, I'm thinking about it, and I don't think I actually... I'm just thinking about the -2/-2 card. Like, I know I'm kind of playing it because other people seem to like it, and I'm sort of testing it out, but I'm not the biggest fan, and it's making me wonder if maybe I should try to just put the Heritage Reclamations in those spots. That feels like it would be a little better to me. But we'll see how things progress. Let's go ahead and kill this. That way they don't get the cheap station, and we can kind of keep doing our thing here. Do I care to Deep Cavern Bat? Let's do this first. Alright. And then we can bat plus crack a map and just see what happens after that. Alright, lots of red, white, artifacty things. Sure, you got it. That's got to get to 12? Oh, that'll be good for later. Let's go ahead and see what you're working with, opponent. What you got for us? Alright, Summarize will have Haste, Opera Love Song. I guess I'll take one of the Summarize, because that'll be the annoying thing. Kind of an interesting deck, though, I have to admit. As a searcher, so you pay 3 in search. I don't think we care that much about that. I feel like I'm going to put the counter on Cecil. Well, I was going to attempt to put a counter on Cecil. That failed, obviously. I was hoping by doing that, we'd be able to flip Cecil on this turn. But now I think I'm just going to put it here. Wow, we missed anyway. We just had lands on top. Not great, not great. Though we do have an untapped land, so we could get rid of this next turn, which is nice. And theoretically get to flip a Cecil, but we'll see. Alright. Feel free to attack to your heart's content. I am not blocking. I definitely don't care that much. The opponent kind of is clicking around like they were sort of surprised we didn't block. Which, to be fair to them, if you expect somebody to block and then they don't, I do totally understand the mindset of like, yo, hey, why did they not block here? Let's... how do I want to approach this, actually? I think we're still doing this no matter what, right? Though there's an argument to be made that I could have used it to kill a thing, remove a thing, make sure I make contact here. But this is fine. We're going to go to 4. We'll have 2 blockers. If they get us kind of a scenario. Oh, I guess technically we go to 5 because we do get 1 back. And I forgot. This actually transforms, but it does the exile return thing. It's not just flip. Oh, no, it does say actually untap and transform. Well, why are you attacking with everything here? That's not suspicious or anything. Pump your creatures? Sounds good to me. I will take that trade. Like, if that's the hardest thing that's going to happen here, I'm totally good with it. Yep, you got it. And then we'll go ahead and crack this, put it on top, see what we get here. Boom, Elegy Acolyte. Love to see it. They have nothing. Put that into play. Attack. Go to 10. And then we're going to get to flip Cecil and have another lifelinker behind. Woo! I also think it could have blocked differently, knowing that one of those, because this had something had prowess, so wasn't really thinking about that. Or I guess it's whenever you cast a spell, blah, blah, blah. But, you know. Well, we're going to find out. Is that some type of removal card? I mean, we're not going to not attack here, so here it comes. Like, congrats if you got it. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's great. Oh, excellent. Love to see you. Alright. And there are plenty of things in graveyards to eat. Artifact, creature, instance. Yeah, we were good. Yeah, so I went ahead and instead of putting in the Heritage Reclamations, I went ahead and put in Maelstrom Pulse since we already had a bunch of stuff to do with graveyards. But I think I'm going to mulligan this. Having no creatures or threats there early of any kind didn't feel great. Let's keep this, get rid of a Cecil, and let's start there and see what happens. Oh, so this looks like one of them Vivi piles. Alright, let's go ahead and play this. See what you're holding on to. So I guess my real choice here is just get Burst. Wow, you're playing Llanowar Elves in this version. I don't think I've seen any with green. That's neat. I guess I'm taking this. But definitely unexpected. I mean, this lets you see extra cards. It does have prowess if you're kind of comboing with Vivis. I mean, I could see it. I could see it. It's not the craziest thing. Also, playing it with haste and getting 5 there is like, I could see where you would do some things. They might even try it next turn if they can get another. Well, they already have another red land. Oh, yeah, they control an island. Yeah, why not? That could be a big turn. They could also Vivi, put counters on it, cast a thing. Like, there's a lot of options happening here. Yeah, for sure. Oh, then that's it? Damn, I actually kind of wanted to see what they were going to pop off with, because I hadn't seen one playing green yet. I guess our start was good enough that they just figured they weren't going to overcome it, I guess, with us having a Cecil and some life link. I don't really know what happened there. Okay, we're going to keep this. It's a little slower than we would like, but not terrible. Some Llanowar Elves. Okay, that helps out a little bit. Now if I can just get another black source, we'll be good to go. Oh, opponent's doing some hardcore ramping here. That's usually not good. Alright, so there's some more black mana. I'm going to go... Well, actually, nope. We have to play this first. Only good news is we have a Maelstrom Pulse, and that gets rid of a large chunk of things they would be likely to play here. Okay, so there is that. Much as I would like to play something else at this point in time, I think we get rid of that so we can keep doing business. And we'll be one short. No, we'll still be significantly short here. And there's that guy. Well, I guess I should have saved my Maelstrom Pulse, huh? Alright, well, we're going to lose to that anyway if we just don't draw the actual removal. Yeah, we have limited options, so not a big surprise here. Only have 2 Maelstrom Pulse to deal with that. And we're not going to draw another one. I mean, I guess I could do this and hope we hit one. That's kind of our best bet. I'm not even going to bother attacking him. Like, if we don't get it here, that's just going to be ball game. Yeah, we didn't hit it. All right. Well, we had one shot. We'll give him the GGs. I mean, because once they wipe our board here, even if we get rid of that, it's not going to matter. All right. Good stuff. Well, isn't this goofy? I'm going to mulligan this. I mean, it's better. I don't know how much better. Man, Ouroboros, such a good card. I think I'm going to keep the Carsey Revenant, though. We're not playing anything turn 1 anyway. Of course, I'll draw Llanowar Elf now. Okay. That would have felt really bad. Like, whatever, I'm going to tuck this land over here. Sure, you got it. Let's run this duder out there. Not really worth using Shoot the Sheriff on a 2-1. I'll just let them do whatever they're going to do. Like, obviously, there's going to be bigger, better creatures or threats of some kind that we'd want to get rid of. Well, that seems aggressive, but they also appeared, I was about to say, appeared to be stuck on mana, but they actually weren't. Interesting. All right. Okay. Oh, is this... Oh, this is the all-exile green... Okay, I see what we're doing. Alright, alright, alright. Took me a second to catch up with the program, y'all. Sometimes we have a long day of work, and things happen. So I'm assuming they have another removal. It's going to exile this guy. Probably a shelter or something. And then next turn, we try to play Acolyte into this. Yep, there's the shelter. On time, as expected. Alright. And a Tiny Bones. Sure. Oh, well, then that changes things up a little bit. Let's go here. And here. Because now we stonewall some of their attacks, and we can still get rid of a Tiny Bones, which is nice. Not sure how badly I want to get rid of a Tiny Bones, but, you know, argument that we can. That's going to make a 3-2. Let me think about this for a second. If I get rid of Tiny Bones, I need to get rid of Tiny Bones now, is the thing. So, let's go ahead and do that. Oh, I can't, because he happens to actually be a rogue. Ah, that's funny. Well, that one's on me. Alright, sure. Do your thing, opponent. No, do you also have a removal spell there? I mean, I guess I can kill the 3-2. That's fine. Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of that, I guess. Oh, I can't? Oh, it's because of the Skeleton Pirate. Are you kidding? Well, that is what it is, I guess. I'll just take it. Oh, they have the deck that actually has things I can't kill with this. That's so brutal. Alright, so my choices ultimately are either play this or play this. I don't get both. That's tough. So I think the plan is just get rid of this. Plus, I have no idea what the opponent's deck's doing right now, if I'm being honest. And then if I attack, we trade. But I kind of want to keep Cecil, so let's just... No matter what, we're going to end up trading Cecil for a Tiny Bones, I think. Unless I draw another... Well, no, that wouldn't do anything. Yeah, I think that's the situation we're in. Okay, so the opponent probably just has another Tiny Bones. Do I even have anything to get back? No, I'll just take 2. If I die, I die. Sort of what that feels like. Like, if you get me, you get me. like, what am I going to do here? Whatever. Let's, you know what? We can attack with just the Dread Knight. That wouldn't be the worst thing. To attack with Cecil, we're going to go to 2, but they're going to let me have the Cecil. I can't imagine. So, we'll attack, get a card. We'll be at 2 life, but things will die, so we will get a 2/2, which is fine. Alright. That's not bad. Let's go ahead and deal with that. Hopefully they can't kill us here. Alright. Dark Confidant does not get us dead. Good stuff. Alright, so we're going to attack. I mean, this is like, if you can just kill him... Oh, wait. Oh, no, I'll gain life from the lifelink anyway. So that's fine. We have a creature land. I can kill something. I'm going to be a little conservative here, just in case. Because we don't know what that last card is they're holding on to. Alright. So we go to 5, and then we go to 4. Also not bad. Love it. I feel like we just go ahead and get rid of this. Just eliminate threats, right? Alright. And now we have creature lands we could fight with, even if they just sweep the board or something here. Alright, cool. Had to go to 1, but we got there. Yeah, we got to keep this, right? Oh no. I was going to play a Llanowar Elf. I mean, I guess I could still play Llanowar Elf, but it doesn't make nearly as much sense now. Cecil going to get shocked and you throw a Firebrand at it? Nope, they're just going to straight up Lightning Helix it. Disappointing, but fair. I don't think... You know what? I'm going to let you kill Llanowar Elf. I don't want to waste an actual removal spell on a Firebrand, so if they want to kill it with that dude, I think that's fine. And if they use better removal, then, like, so be it. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yep, don't hate it. Come on, 3 mana duder. Actually, I say that. If we get a land, I'm kind of okay with that, too. Because then we'll likely be able to play either of these. That would be hard for them to deal with. So, I'm okay with that. 1 mana duder? No, not a 1 mana duder on their side. Alright. So we did get our 4th land. Don't know what type of deck they're playing here. I don't even have a guess, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to start with this, knowing it's likely to die to a Helix or something. Totally okay. Yeah. Willing to live with that. Mostly because of how things can play out with an Acolyte and just get extra value or whatever. I was hoping maybe they're going to try to kill it with like a Get Lost or something, but that's fine. Yeah, I for real have no idea what their deck is doing. Let's take a look. This is a very weird pile of cards. Oh, you're doing Cosmogrank Zenith shenanigans. Look at you. So they're playing next turn. Okay, well, I guess we don't waste our removal then. Huh? Alright, so we take that. Zenith costs 3. This can get rid of a Zenith. So we... This costs 5. Alright, let's go ahead and... I don't know if I need to do it now, actually. Yeah, let's just pass the turn. Let the opponent play with less information here and see what happens. But I'm pretty sure it's just going to be Zenith into Inspector. Oh, where's the Screaming Nemesis? Well, that's something I would probably like to kill. Alright, then. Yeah, those can just come through, I think. Because this is instant speed. They do have double white. Alright, yeah. Sure. Does its thing, I suppose. Take our turn. Oh, well, that's kind of interesting. I think we're just going to do this, though. Want to blink a thing? Alright, so they did do it. Fantastic. We got that out of their hand. Because that was the only way we were going to get to kill stuff. So we kind of needed that. Now, if we can get an untapped land... Well, no, because they still have 3 things. So we're not going to get anything good off the Strategic Betrayal, unfortunately. Ah, they had another Hasty Boy? Oh, that sucks for us. Alright, that does make things very tough here. And we didn't even get the right removal that we needed. So, yep. That's a big pain in the rear. Yep, we're not going to be able to win from this. Good hand, opponent. Our draw was just too clunky. Alright, let's keep it. Man, I ain't gonna lie. When I see Mox Jasper, I'm assuming you have some kind of combo-y thing, because if this is just dragons, Mox Jasper is not great. Alright, let's lead with this. You got something to kill a Deep Cavern Bat? They do not. Oh, yeah, you do. You have Extruder. Cool. Alright. Yeah, this is the problem with Mox Jasper. It's not really a ramp spell. It kind of just sort of gets you to where you want to go after you're already there, if that makes sense. And I remember arguing with people when that card came out, and everybody was like, no, it's so much better than that. I was like, nah, you just see the word Mox and you're kind of disillusioned. You're buying into the hype, and I think that's what happened for quite a few folks. Yeah, I'm not blocking. I'm just going to take damage from this guy, because why not? Yeah, because I guess I could shoot the Sheriff on it. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to get rid of. Why shoot the Sheriff would be important, but I think I'm just going to kill this. Like, truly can't think of a reason that I care that much. Alright, end the turn. They could play like a Haste Dragon here and try to pick off one of our dudes, so I'd at least want to be able to kill their guy. Nope, that's all creature types, so we can't kill it with this, unfortunately. But we can kill this other guy. Oh, can we not? Oh, they're both changelings. Duh. Oh, yeah, sure. All right, bring the pain. You got it. I guess I'll go ahead and block this guy. Why not? Okay, well, we're finding lots of land. Which, you know, all fine and good, but we don't really need this much land. Okay, there's a Cecil, and I can play both of these, so that's real nice. Not mad at this. Alright. Yep. Also, people have been trying to say, like, when you're playing, like, the enchantment, or the what's it called? Sliver artifact. People want to play, like, the 3-tree mascot and all that. Like, those cards are not good, y'all. And this is exactly why. Because even here, where they're using it to make sure they have something that, you know, is a dragon, so they can use their artifact. Like, it's literally just a bum. It's just a 2-1 nothing. And that's not good. Like, you need creatures that actually do things. Yep, that's it. But yeah, when people ask why do I not play those or whatever, the only one of these that's actually probably reasonable is the Taurian Mauler, because it at least gets bigger and does something. But these are here strictly just to trigger other stuff. And the problem is, kind of like in this scenario, once you already have 5 lands, then this is just a 2-1 nothing, right? Because nothing else in the deck, I don't think, probably costs more than 5. So you're already maxed out, and then this is just a creature that doesn't do anything. You'd be just as better off if this was one of the red mana creatures. Okay, we'll try. This is going to be the defensive, we have to kill a lot of things hand. You know, we may not be getting a lot of opportunities to do so. Alright, let's start with the bat, because I have a feeling there's a torch to the tower in our future anyway. There was not. There's Screaming. What is this? Magic Damper. Target creature goes post. Oh, and gain text. I got it. Yeah, I guess we just take a Screaming Nemesis. Interesting. If I'd have known that's all they had, I might have tried to play Llanowar Elf there. But, you know, obviously you don't know what you don't know. Alright, let's go untap Green Source here. Almost got there. Almost got there. Didn't quite meet the brief on that one. We were close. The problem here is the opponent's able to protect their creatures, so not really sure what our plan's going to be here. If we get to 4 mana, we could try to, like, double target something. It's not going to be good, but it's an option. I guess I'm just going to attack. And they only have stock-ups and ops in the yard. We know they can protect against one of the... You know what? I'm just going to do this. And just say that no matter what, first shoot the sheriff is just basically off the table. Like, we just know that going in. Okay, that's fine. So this is them saying they're going to try to one-shot us with a Screaming Nemesis, I guess. Which, you know, all good. If they do, they do. This is where things are going to get goofy. I'm going to attempt to block. Now we're playing a game of chicken. Okay, cool. I will take that exchange. They obviously have something else they want to do here. Okay, so they want to protect that. Alright, then let's just go Llanowar Elf. I mean, you know what? I could take that. Let's see if they have 2 of them. If they have 2 of them, it just sucks for us. But if they do, they do. Alright, so we'll take the Damper. Now, admittedly, this does get a little weird because they could bounce our creature so they could get it back and they can use it and whatever. Is what it is. But at least, I mean, we're at 19. We would take that. I guess if they try to bounce our Deep Cavern Bat first so we can't block, we'd be able to do something. Yep, and that's what they're going to do. Alright, so shoot the sheriff works there. So then they get their magic damper back and we can try to take it out of their hand again next turn. Okay, Vivi, sure. Fortunately, we have answers for that. And their hand's not too spicy, so that's great. So let's try again. Oh, no, friendo. We are not going to allow that to happen. Yeah, turn inside out's fine. We can live with that. And then we take the last card from their hand. And then I think I'm just going to play this guy as a 3-2. Alright. That took a lot of work to not mess that up. But them having... Look how many spells they had. Yeah, alright. Good win there. I feel like we earned that one. Like, that was so much... Like, this is a situation where I had to be really patient, right? Like me getting eager to put the Llanowar Elf out there, whatever. There's a lot of ways that goes sideways. So just being patient actually paid off. All right, this is something. I mean, obviously we would have liked for one of these to be a green land so we could play turn 1 Llanowar Elf, but you know, maybe we get an Cecil. Oh, ooh, we did. Nice. All right, well, while we're requesting things, can we get an untapped land next turn, deck? That would be much appreciated. Just right off the top. Make life easy. Okay. All right, we're in business. Now, I'm under no delusions that when you see this and you see this, the opponent's likely going to be playing some type of sweepers. So at best, we have a chance for one good attack here if they don't have a creature kill spell. So we would be attacking for, theoretically, I'm assuming, again, they might have a kill spell. So we go 3, 4, that's 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, no, actually, it'll have, yeah. So it'll get 2 counters. So it'll be 4, 9, 4 is 13. If I played this one, then we could put counters on it and then move counters. So then we would get, sorry, opponent, this is a lot of math. So then you end up with 1, 2, this one would get 1. So then you'd be moving over 3. Yeah, still not enough. All right, we're just going to go with this. And then Day of Judgment happens next turn, and we're just sad. Need to get a Deep Cavern Bat here. Is what we really needed on turn 2, and it didn't happen. Yeah. Well, I guess there could be a world where they have a kill spell. Oh, they didn't have it! I truly thought they were going to have it. And then they slowed down. I thought, okay, well, they have a kill spell. There's no sweeper. We still might be in this. And then they just didn't have anything. I guess attacking for 13 was good enough. Wow. Crazy. All right, we're going to keep this. Well, we know what we're up against if this is a forest. It is indeed a forest, so no secrets were made here. So the good news is here, first shot, we at least get to use Disruption here to kill that. So let's go ahead and get rid of this. Hopefully, if there's a Mossborn Hydra next turn, we can Strategic Betrayal. And then we can start looking at what... Oh, okay, we don't even have to do that. Great. Let's go here. And the reason I'm doing this and not playing Deep Cavern Bat is I can play 2 spells next turn of various choices here. Oh, it's Chocobo. I was assuming it was going to be Hydra. So let me go ahead and take a look at their hand. If there's something scarier... Oh, so they did have a Hydra. They just chose not to play it. Though they have hard-hitting Question. That does create a little bit of a problem, especially since we know they have these with the Hydra. So I guess we take the Mossborn Hydra. And then, at least temporarily, make them lose anything they would be able to fight with. Now, they could still draw a land and play their dude and fight. And if they do, they do. However, if they don't, we at least get shots to make the Deep Cavern Bat big enough that we're not worried about hard-hitting Question. I would love to answer that in one note, so that way we could just play the Acolyte and take advantage of some cards. Okay, that doesn't appear like they have a land, and these lands enter the battlefield tapped. So far, the plan has worked out. That is excellent. That is probably the best way that could have gone. Alright, so now we attack. Alright. And now we're in the world that if we can get one turn where we can play Shoot the Sheriff, we can actually likely stop something from getting hit with hard-hitting Question. But they're also at 12, so that's the other issue they're up against right now. Because while they do make very large creatures, their creatures generally start at 1 or 2 power. Unless we're playing like the Ice Till guy that's a... Well, no, even that's a 2/4. Okay, there's a Hydra. Okay, Hydra can now fight, unfortunately. Becomes a problem. But we're not out of it yet because we know what their hand is. And we know we get at least one more card. So we stop that before shenanigans even get going. Alright, cool. And that's enough. Yeah, and the issue there for the opponent is now, once we attack, that's already, what, 4, 7, 9, and they're at 3? So now they won't be able to attack and everything has to block. And we're probably playing another couple of creatures there. Okay, yeah, let's see how this works out. This isn't terrible, right? Remove a spell, Karsi Revenant, Acolyte, then we just see what happens after that. How do we feel about Chocobos? I think I'm just going to play this. Having a flying creature's nice. Having Acolyte's nice. This is that weird spot, too, of like, do I want to kill a creature? Or do I just want to... Like, because here's the problem. You don't even know you get to kill a creature with Shoot the Sheriff. I don't know what their mana looks like. So we could theoretically just kill Llanowar Elf here, but I think I'm going to risk it. Could be a bad play. I'm going to attack. Alright. Hydra and... Okay, that's not bad. We'll still get to kill a Hydra here. That's what my hope was, because I'm not that worried about Chocobos. We get some life back. Kill that. Oh, that's going to be good soon, but not now. We got to get these out of the way while we can. Alright, so then we attack. In the turn. Only creatures and instants in the yard at the moment. Alright, a Traveling Chocobo, sure. Man, if we can get a Llanowar Elf here, that would be nice. Alright, so now the opponent's just digging. Because they would have saved that, I would think, if they had something with Landfall. Alright. Not a Llanowar Elf. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go here. I'm just going to start building a board. No attacks here. Probably something get Chocobo kicked or something silly here, but if we do, we do. Yep, you have another Chocobo. When they eventually get something, we're going to be wrecked, but until then... Ooh, Acolyte. Double Acolyte could work here. We could also at some point just give either of these flying, lifelink, all the good stuff. Am I attempting to attack here? I think I am. Like, you're going to have to do something. Alright. Well, then next turn, everything becomes must block. Ooh, we found a Llanowar Elf. Excellent. Alright. We can at least survive Tifa. Unless there was literally just like... Well, I was going to say a fetch land on top. But yeah, in this matchup, generally, we're really only worried about Tramplers. We're worried about Tifa, we're worried about Mossborn Hydra. Especially with this deck, we have Death Touchers and stuff to block little Chocobos, so unless they give it Trample and it's already huge, great. But also, if you stick Ouroboros after 2 turns, you can actually just start getting a board big enough that you can actually fight down a lot of the things they would have. And then, you know, at some point, I was just going to take a shot with the Maelstrom Pulse to kill these. But the fact that they didn't play anything sort of feels like they have Snakeskin Veils or something in hand. So it just wasn't worth risking the turn when we have all this extra life gain and stuff coming up. Yeah, so overall, that wasn't bad. I believe we were 9-6, so that's okay. Actually, as it turns out, we never really got Keen-Eyed Curator to do much. I think we only had one game where the things were in the graveyard where we might even be able to pump it up. So I might actually just end up in the final list turning this into Paleontologist, which we play in a bunch of other decks when we're playing green. And sadly, I kind of still wanted Heritage Reclamation at times. So I don't really know how I feel about this. Like, overall, I didn't hate anything, and it was all very good. And we did have answers in most matchups, which was great, right? So we had something for every deck. But it's like, kind of just wanted just a little bit of something else, and I don't know what it is. If anything, it was really awkward today where I ran into a bunch of stuff I actually couldn't kill with Shoot the Sheriff, right? When people turn on their Sanctuary, you can't kill it. There's, I think in a matchup, I couldn't kill Tiny Bones. Turns out is the wrong thing. Some of the, a good chunk of the lizards actually you can't kill with Shoot the Sheriff as well. So maybe we want something different there. I don't really know, but it was close. I think this is actually a good starting point for a deck. And like I said, it has answers. So if you're worried about some certain type of deck, you can always swap out cards that'll get you where you want to go, and that's not a bad thing. But yeah, if you want to try it for yourself, link in the description. Go over to Moxfield, download it, have some fun. Also, again, save money over at Tales of Adventure. Or if you want to be part of our videos and dictate what's on the channel, be sure to become a member down below. If nothing else, just keep supporting the channel for free by watching videos and watching them all the way through, because it's always free and it always helps. But that's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.